welcome back to Top Row Reality, episode 107. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a Kyle.
And this is part 4 of the list.
That does not mean.
Now let's get to talking about 15 biggest matches WWE should have booked in the 90s but did not. Randy Macho Man Savage versus Mr. Perfect. The year was 1992.
This discussion should be prefaced with the acknowledgement that Kurt Hennig was on the shelf for most of 2000. Woo! Not really. 1992. I guess when you live in that era, you just keep saying 2000.
Yes.
1992 with a serious back injury, and so any additional matches for him this year would have required a change of fate. But had Hennig been healthy enough to compete inside the ring more in 1992, a program with Randy Savage following Randy's WrestleMania 8. No? Yes. 8. 5, 6, 8. Yes. Title victory would have been the next logical arc in the 1982 plans for the Macho Man.
Dig it. Brother. Freak out. Yes.
After becoming the WWF champion for a second time at WrestleMania 8. Again, same thing. I always look at it just in case, though. You never know. He might add another number just to freak me out.
8.
Yes, he'll do it. He would do that. Anyway, Savage continued his feud with Flair, but would end up facing the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam 1992 for the title. Knowing how that match turned out and how plans had to be changed at the last minute when Warrior refused to turn heel. Really?
It's news to me.
That's news to me too. I thought he just wants more money. It would have made sense to pencil him perfect at the SummerSlam Challenger instead. Perhaps the next WWF champ.
Which would have been great.
Aside from the fantastic possibility of Mr. Perfect getting a run as a WWF champion, Perfect could have worked some all-time classic matches with Savage. After a long program in which the two men earned each other's respect, the company could have booked an angle where Perfect still feuds with Flair and Heenan like he did, and the split could have come during or after a championship loss to the Hitman. This would have allowed Vince to keep Perfect in the ring, protect Savage without putting the belt back on him, something he clearly didn't want to do, and still crown Brett his new king of the anti-steroid era. Very interesting. I'm not real sure about the whole heel situation.
What,
Warrior.
That would have been weird. That would have been weird.
That's a little strange. Face paint on and everything, being a heel. Yeah.
No, Savage should always be the better.
That's true. That is true. But he was a face at this point. So
Yeah, but if you had picked two, I'd say Savage would turn heel on Warrior.
Of course, he would be a heel. Warrior's not a heel.
No. I mean, he was a dingo warrior. I mean, he tried out as a heel, but, it didn't last very long because he came face. And then
That is true. But up next?
Up next, we have the story time. We get out the book. And this story is about father and sons who won the same wrestling championship. Chapter 2, Zeke and Rosie World Tag Team Championships.
Saw them this weekend. Staying with the... Oh, sorry. Business on the vote. Always making the money. Anyway, staying with the Anoa'i family, Alpha's partner, Sika, his brother, also had World Tag Team Championship Offspring. Yes. Because last week we talked about Alpha. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember who they said was what champion, because world title.
And Roman.
No. Roman's with Sika.
I don't know why that's not. Okay, we're off on it.
I gotta go watch back next week. Last week, not next week. You can't go back to next week. Was it Back to the Future?
No.
Because I'm trying to figure out Manu, which is Alpha Junior. He wasn't the tag team champion, was he? Now I'm really throwing. Let's go back to chapter 1.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm gonna.
You got the book. Look at the chapter and see.
I'm reading, but anyway. I'm going to continue with chapter 2.
Look at the book when the segment is over with.
Though Alpha's son won gold using a similar gimmick to that of his father, must be another kid. Alpha must have more offspring, because Manu didn't win nothing. He got kicked out of Legacy anyway.
Yeah, he was never tag team champion.
Sika's son, Matthew. Oh, they're all proper. Matthew.
Whoa.
Oh, proper. Tasted success with a totally different persona. You may know Matthew better as Rosie, who burst onto the WWE tag team scene in 2002 as one half of 3-minute warning. Their run as Eric Bischoff's hired heavies didn't last so long, and Rosie eventually found a salvation in the unlikeliest of places. The WWE's resident superhero, the Hurricane, saw something in Rosie that no one else did.
What you talking about?
Exactly. And enlisted him as a superhero in training. Yes, that acronym was intentional.
Yes.
Hurricane and Rosie enjoyed a singles run with the WWE Tag Team Championships in 2005, and the end of the team was the end of Rosie in the WWE. And he went on to All Japan Pro Wrestling after that. Sika also has another son, some guy called Roman Reigns. I guess he's doing okay for himself, I'll say. But he's done better than both his brother and his father, because his father was never the World Heavyweight Champion.
No.
Not even 3 times.
Yeah.
So that chapter cannot be written. They can be written that they won titles, but not that they won the same time. I'm really curious about last week, though.
What's his tag team?
Samu, maybe Samu's his son. There's so many Samoans, it's hard to keep up with who they are. But anyway, we're going to
look in the book when we get over this segment here. You look in the book and see what chapter 1 was.
Yes, and then next week we're going to clarify, because you've already watched it, so you already know. So you're probably sitting there like, really, Carla? Really, Carla?
Probably saying more. He's in really kind of really.
Probably saying way more like, this dude's an idiot. Don't even know what book he's reading.
I know. Like, well, come on, jeez.
Like, geez, Louise, have you seen the cover of the book? Okay, anyway. Did you just read the back of it to see what happened? I just read the last
Cliff
page.
Notes.
Just read the last page. I know he dies at the end.
Yes.
You know?
Up next now, we go to the Hall of Fame.
Should be.
Might be.
Not at all.
Nope, not even a sniff.
Not even. They're not even saying that one guy. Nah,
Never.
never happening. Nah.
You want this dude? No.
But that one guy who actually brings up that not at all person, he's probably fired. But did you just say his name? Out. Your severance package will be waiting on you when you get to your house.
So how do you want to do this?
We're going to do the might be.
Might be.
Your might be, and I think eventually.
Well, that's why they're in the might be part.
Oh, you're smart.
It ain't my first day on the rodeo here.
Did you know that this person, a little clue, if you know any trivia about the WWE Network, she.
Ooh, a she.
Ooh.
A she. A she is a
Is
might
the
be.
only woman to do
Yeah, she is.
2. Notice that too.
Yeah, I know so.
2 of the round table talks. What do they call them? Table for 3.
Yeah.
I wish they do the Legends round tables again with new content, you jerks.
Oh, the one where everybody's smoking and talking and.
Well, they wouldn't do that anymore. I don't think they do it that way. But yes. But this person is the only one to do 2 of them. One at WrestleMania weekend, and the other one, the other 2 women wouldn't shut up for her to even talk.
That might be why they brought her back.
Well, we apologize. We don't know what they were smoking, but you can come back and do this again.
Yeah, so it's like so you get a few words in edgewise and then.
Right? Either that or they just edit it to make it look like she didn't talk the whole time. Because it was bad.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. But, ladies and gentlemen, the might be is someone who started in WCW.
She did.
She was under the tutelage of Medusa
And Randy Savage.
and Randy the Macho Man Savage in Team Madness.
Yep.
With Macho Man, Sid Vicious, Medusa, and the gorgeous one, Gorgeous George. Not George from ECW. This person then moved on to the.
Was she Miss Madness in WCW?
Miss Madness. She looked like she had like she was like a Miss USA. So then she moved on to the WWE.
Yeah, she lost her hair.
Before she lost her hair, she fell in love with old Spike Dudley. I'm
Yes.
sorry. But she said that was one of her favorite times. She was also a mighty woman.
She had a couple of cousins.
She did have 2 cousins. She had 2 cousins.
They were damn hardcore. One was hardcore.
One was hardcore, and one crashed into a lot of things.
Yes.
And unfortunately, he has passed away.
Yes.
But then, she was very mighty. She's very mighty.
She was mighty. She was very mighty.
She was so mighty, she thought she could win a title, and instead lost her hair.
Yes.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, the person we are talking about, which that moment where she lost her hair will probably define her career.
It will.
But it's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was a good footnote on her career. A very good footnote. It was something different.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, there might be, and I think due to all her contributions, she was one of the actual wrestlers, not divas. She was an actual wrestler in an era where they did actual wrestling.
Yes.
But they were also, you had, this group over here wrestles. This group over here hits each other with pillows.
Yeah, and strips.
These need to stay away from him, okay?
Wrestlers, underwear models.
That's it. Now, thank goodness, we just have the wrestlers. They just look like they're wearing underwear. Anyway, so this person is the mighty one, known as the cousin, Molly Holly.
Y'all waited a whole time for that, didn't you?
If I was doing a speech, my gosh, they would have been on their feet.
Yes.
Because, I just led you on. You didn't know who it was. But if you were smart, you would have figured it out when I said she was with Team Madness. And because you know Gorgeous George couldn't wrestle.
And you named them all off at once.
So if you knew who was in the group, you got it right there. And if you knew your network trivia, you know that she's the only one she was with Medusa and Ivory, because neither one of them know how to shut up. She was with them doing Table of 3.
Yes.
Then she was with Candice
One of the worst ones.
It really was. I didn't really like it at all.
No.
And I think it's because they talk so much.
And
the whole point is the talking. But woo! Them women got a mouth on them, don't they? But who else we got? It was Molly Holly, Candice Michelle. Who was the third person?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch that one?
No.
It was a good one.
Because the first one burned me away from
No, that actually one was really good. Candice Michelle's voice gets on my nerves, but that was actually a good one.
Trish.
No. It wasn't Victoria either.
Terry Reynolds.
Ew. No.
Jazz.
He was an actual wrestler, but
Jack
not
Rose.
No, it was a white person.
Terrence Mason.
That's random. Anyway, just like with the book, I'm going to go back and figure out who that was. But that's the might be, ladies and gentlemen, Molly Holly, and I really do think that eventually
Molly Holly will be.
Molly Holly will
she's a lady. Now, there should be a lot of tag team gold, a lot of wrestle in different places. Even the WWE, for a very short time, they did wrestle in the WWE. But they definitely, by namesake alone, definitely belong in the WWE. If the Fabulous Freebirds can go in, this team can definitely go in.
I do agree with you, but if you have noticed, the tag teams that have gone in, for the most part, they made a large name for themselves. Maybe other places, but they made a very large name for themselves in the WWE. This tag team was successful without the machine of the WWE. And that may be a reason why they don't ever go in.
But they could go in.
They should.
They should, yes.
They should. If the Hall of Fame is to preserve history, and the Hall of Fame is to congratulate people for their contributions to the business,
yes,
then there's 2 tag teams that should. But we'll go over the other tag team another time, because there's like 12 different incarnations, which is kind of funny, because if you know our history, we talked about them last week.
Yes.
But this one right here still wrestles on the indies now. They need to slow down.
They need to stop. Come in, get your Legends contract, and go to the Hall of Fame, for goodness sake.
Goodness gracious. And don't even work them at your WrestleMania, please.
Now just come out and wave.
Woo! Just wave at them.
Not too hard, because your arm may fall off.
That's true. But the should be is the Rock and Roll Express.
Ricky Morton or Robert Gibson.
They definitely should be. I'm just looking at the history of tag teams that have gone into there. I mean, Demolition's not even in there.
That's what I was going to say. The team they made up of themselves not even in there. So.
Yes. That's so sad. But yes, Rock and Roll Express, they've got years worth of tag teams that should go in there.
Yes.
But We had to save this one for last.
We did.
This man knows how to fall into a fountain, don't he?
At all. The not at all.
It's so cute. You look like a fountain. I got a few.
Maybe a couple of years ago, he wouldn't be not at all, but after burning bridges and...
After WrestleMania weekend.
Yes. Not going to happen. I mean, it could happen. Never say never, what they say, but...
They say never, but ladies and gentlemen, I say never.
I would say...
Maybe when he's dead.
Hold on. The only reason... yeah, it could be that. Then they'll feel sorry about everybody. Then they're all...
They do. China's got to go.
Can't stand her. Don't talk about her. Everything. She died. Oh, she's in. Yeah.
She's in porn. She can't go in the Hall of Fame. She's dead. She's going to the Hall of Fame.
The only
Don't
reason...
get me started.
The only reason this... Well, let's give away who it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you who it is, so... Because Marty Jannetty. But the reason Marty... well, he won't go in by himself. The only reason he will go in because of Shawn Michaels.
I was about to say...
As the Rockers.
He's going in as
would be the only reason... I see what you're talking about. Yes, he has to dress with Shawn Michaels. Would maybe get him in then.
Well, we're talking tag team, so I thought maybe the new Rockers would leave Cassidy.
No, because they hate Al Snow. He puts you to sleep. So, no.
Or maybe he'll go in with 1, 2, 3 Kid, his other partner.
Nope. Shawn Michaels is the only one who can get him in the door and get him in the Hall of Fame. And
get him in the door, yes, but do you think the Rockers will go in as a tag team?
That's our reason to go in. That's our reason to go in.
The Rockers are not going to go in as a tag team.
Well, that's the reason.
Their answer to the Rock and Roll Express sucked. So, anyway... they never won the tag team titles, number one. So...
Well, they did. They just took it off because...
The rope broke.
So it didn't happen.
So stupid. All I'm telling you is, this guy, in my opinion, does not need to go in there.
No, Marty's not going in by himself. But if he goes in...
And Shawn Michaels, because he has enough ego as it is, he doesn't need to be the second ever 2-time Hall of Famer.
That would be how it would happen.
Of course it would be.
But that's the only reason Jannetty would go in is side by side with Shawn Michaels as a Rockers.
But do you think Shawn really wants to be side by side with him? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But like I said,
he's burned too many bridges. But literally, people, if he was on fire though, he was okay because he fell into the fountain at WrestleMania weekend. If y'all haven't seen those pictures, that man literally climbed into a fountain at the hotel. And he just decided to chill in the fountain, ladies and gentlemen. There's something wrong with that man. And it's called drugs. That man is so bad on drugs, oh my gosh.
Hopefully he won't croak. So I hate that be.
I mean I don't want him to have any kind of bad situations, and I don't know how many times he's gone to the WWE sponsored rehab, but he definitely needs some help.
Yeah, DDP yoga.
DDP yoga.
If he can help Jake, which hey.
And he can help Scott.
He ain't seen that.
Plug for Netflix there.
Look it up.
Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts. To me, I'm not a big documentary person, but that is the best documentary ever.
Well, let's start with our new little segment we have, the 15 times WWE conveniently lied to us.
It got dark, but it didn't lighten up. That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, stupid computers. I'm gonna hurt his feelings. It's gonna totally go off.
So you would hurry up then.
The top 15 times WWE conveniently lied to us. Number 15, the original Sin Cara. The WWE was probably pretty embarrassed as to just how big of a disappointment Mystico, I guess, was in the WWE. Mystico was a big star in Mexico and took the name of Sin Cara when coming to the WWE. Known for botches and injury issues, as well as an attitude problem, Mystico was phased out in Hunico. See, so much easier to say. Hunico.
Yeah, you didn't know the Hunico, did you? You're shocked. What's Hunico?
Hey, that big tattoo, that should probably give it away, buddy.
Yes.
Was given the Sin Cara gimmick. While fans were willing to accept that, WWE still felt the need to lie about who the original Sin Cara was. When Hunico was part of a media conference in Mexico City back in 2014, WWE told the Mexican media that Hunico was Sin Cara all along. Sure, because Mexico would just forget about one of their biggest stars of all time.
Liar, liar, your WWE pants are on fire.
That's stupid. Why even lie about that? Okay, we know we're not that stupid. This guy doesn't have a tattoo. This guy has a huge tattoo on his, and they did the Sin Cara versus Sin Cara.
I know.
You did the two Sin Caras against each other. But yes, and the sad thing is, the two biggest flops for Triple H were the first two big things going into the whole Performance Center and everything. Like before that huge thing, and that's Awesome Kong and Sin Cara. Both things flopped miserably.
They did. Well, they could get Kong on the Strong.
And neither one was Triple H's fault. He had good intentions with both of them.
If they bring her back, she'd be NXT against Jax. That'd be a good match.
Yes, because they don't say her first name.
Nia.
Not Nia. It's Naya. Naya.
Naya. Naya. Cousin. Who cries and drops my head.
She does cry. Did you see the thing with the Rock's like, oh, I know that face. Come here. Face about to cry.
And don't forget my cousin Roman Reigns.
Right.
Who has the top phrase. Top catchphrase. Have you seen that?
What?
The top. They did the thing. The top 10 catchphrases.
And they gave it to They gave it to. I'm not the bad guy. I'm not a good guy, but I'm the guy.
That is it.
How's that a top catchphrase?
That's what they said.
I'd rather hear what
over
than hear that.
Woo woo woo. Over the buzzers.
Follow the buzzers. Really?
Over Bootios.
They're just trying to put him over. They're just trying to choke you with him.
That might not be anymore.
But number 14.
Number 14, go ahead.
Title reigns. Before the age of the internet. What?
We know they lie about title reigns.
They really do. Before the age of the internet, wrestling promotions were able to get away with lying about certain stats and events to their fans. One that WWE used. One that WWE used was lying about.
Used to, I guess.
That was bad. Used to lie about was the length of title reigns. When WWE has claimed Fabulous Moolah held the women's championship for 28 consecutive years. The truth is she lost the title several times throughout that run. The first time WWE recognized a title change, though, was her loss to Wendy Richter in 1984. So I wonder if that's the same thing for like Bruno and Bob Backlund and Iron Sheik and Buddy Rogers.
You can't look it up, you know. If they can fix it where they want to fix it, then hey.
That's true. Because I mean, all the people that know about it are pretty much dead, or they're Vince McMahon, who's a robot, or an alien, or a cyborg, something. So, you know, it's Wikipedia nowadays that you can't do anything about that because
you can go in and change it if you want to.
You can change it, but guess what? The people nowadays, they don't know about all that back then.
Nope, they don't know who Paul Ellering is. So
that too.
So they'll believe, hey, she's 28 years, okay, she's been a woman. That's a great.
Yeah, that's a great title.
You defend the title once a year. I can hold the title for 20 years.
It's pretty crazy.
But that is it for the show.
That is it. But next week, as always, part 1 we got ringside news. We're going to go over the complete Money in the Bank guide.
Which should be filled up by then.
It should be.
We're on our pay-per-view review. We're going to start doing WCW Super Brawl.
And then part 3 where we talk about it.
We always talk about
We
it.
always got something to talk about. We're going to do the NWA TNA tournament round 4. Round 4. Semifinals. Oh, it says it right there. I wasn't even reading it. I wasn't reading this book. This book, I was like, what are you reading this?
Speaking of book, we have story time again. Chapter 3. We're going to do the biggest matches WWE should have booked in the 80s, but did not.
Plus, we will also, in part 4, go over 2 more times that WWE conveniently lied to us. Plus, so much.
Could be countdowns.
We could have a countdown.
Could have another Hall of Fame.
Could have another Hall of Fame who could be, should be, would be. Could be, should be, would be, da. Could have another singing to you. You never know.
No, it'll be a couple of weeks.
We might run out of ideas. We never know. Just throw it in there.
Not us. We never run out of ideas.
We don't run out of ideas. It's amazing. 107 episodes.
Yes.
And we've never run out of material to talk to you about.
No, I don't think we went over Sun twice.
We may not have, but don't call us out on it, people. Because then you'll act like you actually watched it if you call us out on it.
That's right.
And it's not the popular thing to do to say you ever watched the show.
That's right.
So please,
don't
call us out on if we ever went over something twice. So, because we might have done the same countdown twice and didn't realize it. You just never know.
Oh, the pay-per-view review, which wasn't a pay-per-view review, so you can't say we done it twice. Because one time we just went over like WrestleMania, and one time we did a pay-per-view review, so it's not double. It's 2 different segments.
That's right. But I'm excited for WCW Super Brawl. That I was a WCW guy, he was a WWE guy. So I'm excited for Super Brawl. Maybe we can do some Halloween Havocs later on.
Oh no, I already got one. We're doing that Super. I already got it in the books.
Oh, I'm not telling them though what you got in the books. I'm
I
just
can
saying.
tell them what.
Oh,
They'll
no,
forget
dude.
by now. They won't even remember.
No.
I will give you the organization. We're going back to the WWE. It's a WWE pay-per-view. So.
Ooh. Just guessing.
Those plans just changed.
And I was legit guessing.
That's all right because we got like 4 weeks, 6 weeks before we do it anyway, so they'll forget. Yeah, we may
You will forget. You won't even see this. You probably won't even watch it.
No, this probably be cut out. This rambling on here. No, I can't ramble on because we haven't said goodbye yet.
We have not said
That's right.
goodbye
Darn it all.
unless you just go in it and yank it out and combine it together.
Okay, don't move. Okay, now that's good. So cut it right there.
Sure, why not?
Well, I'm Mike
And I'm
Hogan.
Justin Carter.
Thank you for watching this week. And pray for the people in Orlando.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a terrible, terrible thing.
It really was.
Join us back here next week for Top Row Ready, episode 108.
2 steps closer to 1-2.
I know, and we're going to keep doing this each and every week unless we're on vacation until we get it right. So I want to thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next week as we start pay-per-view review Super Brawl. They're pretty good shows. You need to watch them on the network. $29.99. Check this out. You're getting this out of here?